So, Lucy, for everyone listening today, we're going to talk about the moon landing. You know, whether it was a hoax or actual history. Perfect topic to practice your English with us while we dig into one of the biggest conspiracy theories ever.
Hi, everyone. Oh, wow. Gian, the moon landing? This is going to be fun. I can already feel my inner skeptic waking up.
Yeah, I thought you'd like this one. You know what's wild? Even after more than 50 years, there are still millions of people who genuinely believe we never went there.
Right? And honestly, some of their arguments sound pretty convincing at first. Like the whole thing about no stars in the photos. That one always gets people.
Oh, that's a classic one. People see those Apollo photos with the pitch black sky and immediately think fake, but it's actually just basic camera physics.
Yeah, exactly. When I first heard about it, I was like, wait, where are the stars? But then you realize the moon's surface is so bright in direct sunlight that the camera just can't pick up the faint stars.
Right? It's like trying to photograph stars during the day here on Earth. The exposure settings just won't allow it, but conspiracy theorists love that one because it seems so obvious at first glance.
Speaking of obvious, you know what really gets me? The flag thing. People see the flag waving and they're like, aha, there's no wind on the moon.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty funny when you know the real explanation. The flag had a horizontal rod along the top to keep it extended, and when the astronauts were planting it, the vibrations made it move.
Plus, it stayed in that wavy position because there's no air resistance to stop it. But I love how people think NASA would be dumb enough to add wind effects if they were faking it.
That's what gets me too. Like NASA has thousands of the brightest scientists and engineers, but apparently they forgot basic details? Come on.
Oh, and the shadows. Remember that one? How the shadows go in different directions, so there must be multiple light sources like studio lights?
Yeah, people don't realize the lunar surface isn't flat. When you have uneven terrain, shadows naturally appear to go in different directions, even with a single light source, the sun.
Right, exactly. It's like when you walk through a hilly park at sunset and see all those crazy shadow patterns. Same principle, just on the moon.
What really convinces me, though, is the moon rocks. We brought back 842 pounds of lunar samples, and scientists from all over the world, including countries that weren't exactly friendly with the US, have studied them.
Yeah, and they're completely different from Earth rocks. They have these tiny craters from micrometeorite impacts that you just can't fake.
Exactly. And here's something interesting for our listeners. When we say micrometeorite, we mean super tiny space rocks that constantly bombard the moon. Earth has an atmosphere that burns them up, but the moon doesn't.
Oh, that's a good point to clarify. And you know what really seals the deal for me? The Soviet Union never called it fake.
That's huge, right? They were our biggest rivals in the space race. They had every reason to expose a hoax, if there was one, and they had the technology to track our missions.
Exactly. If anyone would have loved to embarrass America, it would have been them. But nope, they acknowledged it happened.
You know what I find fascinating, though? Why these theories persist. I mean, we have photos from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter showing the landing sites, the equipment left behind, even the astronaut footpaths.
I think it's partly because people love feeling like they know something others don't. Like they're the smart ones who figured out the truth.
Yeah, there's definitely a psychological element there. Plus, honestly, the idea that humans actually went to the moon in 1969 with basically prehistoric computers, is kind of mind-blowing.
Right? Your phone has way more computing power than the entire Apollo mission. When you put it that way, I can see why people might be skeptical.
But that's what makes it even more impressive. They did it with slide rules and pure determination. No GPS, no modern materials, just incredible engineering and a lot of courage.
And speaking of courage, can you imagine being Neil Armstrong? Like, hey, we're going to strap you to a giant explosive and shoot you at the moon. Good luck.
And the best part? They had no idea if they could actually take off from the moon again. The ascent engine had never been tested in lunar gravity. One shot, no backup.
Oh my God, I never thought about that. That's terrifying. No wonder some people think it's too crazy to be real.